Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market.
Hold the mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. It is a beautiful day in Fort Lauderdale, and it's opening day, not just for Major League Baseball, but for this man right here, Gerald Jones, the proprietor of Fat Boyz BBQ.
Yes.
They are now open in 4 locations throughout Broward County. We've been to the one on Cypress Creek Road a few years back when we were audio only, right?
We were.
And now we've graduated to the 21st century. We're doing the live streaming thing.
Yes.
And this is actually the first day. You thought you threw me a curveball on opening day.
Yes.
And because you said it's going to be opening tomorrow to the public. And
But
then you
it
turned on the lights. And now
Yes.
people are coming in now and
Yes.
ordering some fresh smoked barbecue
Yes.
right here, right now. How are you, my friend?
I am good, Mike. It's great to see you again. And yes, man, we are open. We made the official day tomorrow, but we wanted to iron out some of the kinks. And we opened the doors, and we've been getting slammed.
So let me tell the backstory to this, because I ran into you a few months back when this space became available,
Yes.
and it was right next door at our friends at Primo Liquors, and we got to thank Kashil.
Yes.
He sent over a housewarming present,
Yes, he
a
did.
beautiful bottle of Red Zinfandel from Sonoma, California, and I looked it up. This is a pretty nice bottle of wine, and it opened up beautifully. Radio Catu Lemarel Vineyards from it's a red Zinfandel,
Yes.
and Zinfandel pairs perfectly with barbecue. So does sweet tea, which
Yeah.
Mike Lubie
I
Lubitz,
can't
you
help
couldn't
myself.
resist. He's off camera
Getting
today,
great
but
barbecue. I need to get some sweet tea.
yeah, and well, just I guess. First of all, when I ran into you at Primo a couple of months ago, I didn't recognize you because you've slimmed down so much.
Yes,
and the
I
last time I saw you for a show,
Mhm.
yeah, and I guess I'm in that same mode now where I'm trying to get a little
Yes.
bit fitter and healthier, and you're doing it the all-natural way. You're not cheating and juicing like those Major League ball players and
Or Mike
me.
Mayo.
But you look great, my friend.
Thank you. And likewise, you've gotten
I'm trying.
smaller.
Yeah.
And you're looking good, and you're on your journey. So
I'm on my
yeah, man.
journey. You just got now that you're around the corner, literally steps
God,
from
you're
my
not gonna
new
help.
home.
Yes,
I
yes.
gotta stay away from the mac and cheese. Go heavy on your collards,
Yes,
which I
every on the
love.
collards, yes.
The yams, the candied yams, I love those too. But
In
also
moderation.
maybe a bite here and there.
Yeah.
But this is the good stuff. I can
Yes.
have all the protein I want.
Yes.
And the good thing about
And
your
smoked,
barbecue,
grilled.
smoked, grilled, and you don't lather it with that
No.
sweet sauce.
No, sir.
You do dry rubs,
Dry
and you
rubs.
let people
Yes.
sauce it on their own. Right?
Yes. Yes. We've got 5 different sauces to choose from, and we don't hide behind the sauce.
That's
you know?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're the boss without the sauce.
Boss without
says
the
right
sauce.
on the shirt, head hog.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Let's do a toast, a housewarming, and as we say in my native land, Mazel Tov, good luck
Chaim, I'll
Yes,
tell you.
sir.
with everything. Salud,
Let's go.
Chantani,
Thank you.
much
Thank you.
success.
Thank
And
you so
I guess
much.
you're not drinking the vino these days.
He's
You're-
working.
Oh yeah, you know. So we stay away, but I appreciate the
That's
gesture.
okay. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Our
tell
neighbors.
Kasho more for us.
No, believe me, it'll go.
No, it's all good. Let's talk a little bit because we saw you. I've lost track of time. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? It was in May of 22 or
I think
3.
I think it was early 22.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it was with Nikki
Close
Lohan.
call.
Yeah,
We were
yeah,
doing
yeah.
Visit
Nikki,
Lohan.
Yes, Nikki.
She's doing well.
How
I
is
talked
she?
to her yesterday. Yeah, her daughter's
Wow.
getting ready to graduate high school.
Oh,
and they're having
wow.
a
nice.
prom.
Oh, my
Their
God.
prom is next week at Gulfstream at the Sport of
Ah,
Kings room.
that's
Oh, wow.
funny.
And she reached out. She's looking to get like some pictures with her daughter and some of her friends at the fountain in the walking ring. So
Okay.
she had me make some, I guess arrangements, but it's the worst week because it's like Florida Derby League. So Joe Beja and
He's a
Dave
little busy,
Joseph, our friends down at Gulfstream, where we do
Yeah.
a show every Friday. they're buried. But next week we're going to get
Yeah,
Nikki
next week's a
taken
good time.
care of.
Yep.
Well,
She's doing great.
Nikki, hi. I know she probably see this. Hi, Nikki. She's been supporting us over the
Yeah,
years
Oh,
since
good,
we
yeah.
met. Yeah, so we send our regards to her.
And again, the whole crew at Visit Lauderdale. And
Yes,
both
yes.
Visit Lauderdale and the Fine Wine and Food Festival,
Yes.
where we got to get you involved one of these years. And
Yes.
they have a barbecue competition. And
Yes. Oh my
I
God.
always
how
want
are
to
you
get
guys not
locals
in that?
involved, but
Well, I think we did one year.
Yeah.
But things were so busy at that time.
Yeah,
So
no.
we just did it to participate and show good faith. But Phil's great, and we'll definitely be partnering with him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And all right, so let's back it up a little bit. We'll give a full rundown. The 4 locations. The one that's been around the longest now is the Cypress Creek Road. Is that right?
Actually, it's still Deerfield.
Really? Okay.
Deerfield only closed because remember we had the issue with the building there and the landlord,
Right.
so we didn't renew the lease there.
Right. But you moved to a different location.
Yes.
So yeah.
Deerfield will be the longest running.
Right. I know you've got a
yes.
very fond spot for the people at Deerfield Beach who
Yes.
supported you at the beginning.
That's my heart. Deerfield is my heart.
And, but you moved to Hillsborough Boulevard. So
Yes.
but the one that's there now,
Mhm.
I guess you opened up a couple of years ago. The one
Yes.
on Cypress Creek Road
Yes.
has been for
Yes.
like 4 or 5
Yes,
years.
since 2019.
Yeah, and it-
2019.
It
Yeah.
used to be something else. And then
Hickory
Sticks.
Sticks. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I love that little standalone building. You got
Yes,
smokers
I do
on
too.
the side and
Yes.
good barbecue coming out of there. And is it true or false with barbecue that the earlier in the day you go, the better because it's before you run out of things and things are fresh off the smoker? Or do you want people coming in for both lunch and dinner?
It for us it doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
It doesn't matter. Like you can come back tonight
Mhm.
and try the brisket.
And you'll have everything.
Yeah, I can't promise. I should
I'm gonna
because
try it right now.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
is that what you suggest that I start with? Is
Yeah,
that the proper?
yeah.
Okay,
But I
and
also
I'm
I
gonna
also put
use my
something a
fingers.
little special there for you.
I see
put-
some pastrami.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I hit some sauces up around on the platter, and I guess you got
Mhm.
the 3 different sauces. You got the mustard-based sauce,
Yes.
and
Yes, that is the Carolina. Now I make all these sauces in house. All of our
So
sauces
you're not
are made
about
from
the
scratch.
sauce, but you still make sure you do a great sauce.
We do a great sauce. We make it ourselves. We actually have a white Alabama sauce. We got any Alabama and
oh, I didn't realize you
spicy?
do. Mm.
Okay, all right. We do a white Alabama sauce that we make in house as well. But no, we should serve barbecue good all day. It
Okay.
shouldn't just be a certain time, and it's about holding it the correct way.
Right.
Yeah. And
Oh, you wrap it in the paper.
Yes.
I mean, first you smoke it,
right,
slice it,
yes.
hold it.
Right.
And
Well, we don't slice until someone orders. So
Right.
sometimes we don't pre-slice like a lot of other places,
Mhm.
and we actually do slice our brisket.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know how to slice brisket, and they don't cook it properly, so they'll chop it. We do
Okay.
offer chopped brisket, but it's from our lean cut. That's a lunch special, so we can be
Yeah,
economical.
with your sandwiches and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you chop it
yeah,
up. That
yeah,
I understand. But
yeah.
again, like you said,
Yeah.
you've got to slice it against the grain.
Against the grain,
This
exactly.
is something from my deli culture in
Mhm.
Brooklyn, with pastrami and
right.
biscuit. You got to go
Gotcha.
against the grain, otherwise
Mhm.
it's going to be tough.
Yes.
Now I see. Are you doing pastrami here every
Yes,
day?
we recently brought pastrami back based on demand. Customers want it back, so we brought it back to the menu. We made some tweaks to it,
Mm.
and it's been well received.
Making pastrami great again. I love that.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
it looks great. I love the edges. I'm going to just kind of
Yeah.
be a little bit uncouth here and
Yeah.
just kind of pull it apart with my fingers.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
for it. Go for it.
It's got a nice little crust on it.
Yes.
On the outside that has that pepper and all
Yeah,
the other
coriander
spice.
in there,
Coriander.
Yeah. Mhm.
That is some good stuff,
Yeah.
my friend.
Yes,
As I
sir.
stuff my face. Hey, Lubie, would you be so kind as he's taking reels and pictures? I'm sorry. There's a big napkin over there.
Yeah. I can-
That
Okay.
will help me out
Yes, sir.
get through the show.
We're also bringing our jalapeno cheddar sausage back.
Is that this right here?
That is our Texas
Mm-hmm.
style sausage, but we import a sausage from our friends in Elgin, Texas, that make an amazing jalapeno cheddar
So
sausage.
that's going to be back on the menu soon.
Should be this week.
All right, so how is it working now? You use all the same products at all 4
All the
locations?
same products. The only thing with this location, believe it or not, I'll give a little history on us being in this downtown area.
Yep.
We actually started around these folks here with my food truck in front of the courthouse.
Okay, that is
Yes.
the origin story. I
Yes,
forgot.
yes. Before we got to Deerfield,
Mhm.
Deerfield was my my first choice to open a location. It was Cooper City or Deerfield, but the people received us so well as a food truck when we would go to Quiet Waters Park. We just had to open in Deerfield. But we started down here with our clerk of court people, our BSO people, our lawyers and judges here. You know, a lot of the judges that are here that came eating off our truck. So Blue Willie was our inspiration for coming down to the courthouse. In fact, he called me a couple months ago.
Is he still around town?
He is back here. I believe he's up in where is that?
Is he opening a new place or something?
No, he's doing
out of
some
the business.
consultations
Okay.
and opening some folks up, but he's out of the business as an operator.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people missed his original location, which is in a really small,
Yes.
kind of hole in the wall strip center in Pompano on
Yeah.
Federal Highway
Yeah.
that people would line up for
Yes.
his once a week pastrami
Yes.
special.
Yes.
And and then he moved, and things didn't work out at the commercial. But it's tough. You have moved around a bit, and again,
Yes.
now you've got 4 locations.
Mhm.
You are back in Coral Springs on
Yes.
Sample Road.
Happy to
you,
be back there.
You were in Coral Springs, and I came.
Mhm.
This is kind of a redemption story. I mean,
You
Jarrell-
caught it. You caught it. You caught
Jarrell
it.
and I got off to a little rough. Well, he took things better than I would have if I was the critic. 'Cause I only did 2 reviews at the Sun Sentinel that I felt bad about, that I thought were unfair, and one of them was when I went into Jarrell's place in Deerfield Beach, the old location, because I heard so many good things, and it was kind of located close to the old Sun Sentinel building where I used to work. Can you believe? Oh, today, 5 years exactly since I
You left the
left the
sunset?
paper, since I took a buyout, and there
Congratulations.
is life after daily journalism. And but back when I was the critic, and I came in there at
Yep.
the suggestion of one of my assistant editors, the guy who was my supervisor, said,
Well,
"No, I
thank
heard
him
it's
for that.
good."
Yeah.
But I came in. It was the worst possible time. It was right after one of the storms. I believe it was Irma in
Yeah.
2017.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys were open again. I
Yep.
went in. I think some of your family members were
Yeah.
caught up with storm damage, so
yes.
that you were short-staffed.
Yes.
And I didn't get the best of meals there.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought, it was based on one meal, but it was like deadline pressure. A lot of places have been closed because of the hurricane.
Yeah.
They wanted me to get a review in the paper
Yeah.
again because it's a popular feature.
Mhm.
And I wrote a review that was a pretty tepid, it was
Yeah, it was a candid review.
I was trying to be
Like it
It
was
was
just
candid.
candid.
I was
Yeah.
as kind as could be, but it
Right.
was like one of those 2.5 stars
Right.
out of 4, which
Oh,
was
geez,
like
you rarely give those.
no, and it was like,
Mhm.
and I used some
And I've had
very
his barbecue, so I don't know how the hell you got that.
well, I used some very unkind language. I'm sure he remembers all of it word for word.
Yeah.
Like
Like you
the
said,
pile of the pulled pork was like a brown
Yeah,
mush
yeah,
garbage.
yeah,
But no, and
I forgot. pulled pork.
okay, so I felt bad because
You should.
I said to the editor, I said, this isn't fair. He, because I spoke to you before writing the
yeah.
review, which is how we did it.
Right.
And you explained all the extenuating circumstances. And my editor's like, no, they were open for business. They were taking people's money. They're fair game.
Yeah.
So I wrote it.
Mhm.
I felt bad about it.
Mhm.
You manned up. You spoke to me. And I we had an honest conversation,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But the good thing that happened,
Mhm.
you had so many loyal supporters.
Yes. Yes.
Hundreds of them.
Yes.
So like,
They-
screw you, man.
They were picketing. Well, actually, they marched upon the Sun Sentinel newsroom with pitchforks in one hand and squeezed bottles of barbecue sauce in the
Good
other.
for
Said,
them.
"What do you know? You know nothing, Mayo." And I was like, "Well, the batch I had wasn't good, but it probably wasn't the fairest. I should have come back a month later."
Yeah.
So what happened? You opened in Coral Springs, right?
Yes, and yes, you came and you had the food, and it was a much better experience. And you did a review, and that review, it really helped us in Coral Springs.
Great.
And in the first review, like Mike, to this day, you really helped me really come up with a better system of consistency.
Interesting.
Believe it or not, and this is God's honest truth.
He is very, very kind because
Yeah, but I'm being
but you're a man
honest.
of the cloth too.
Yeah,
and that's
I am, but I'm me first. And just in all honesty,
Yeah.
that you looking up in the newspaper, you see your little small business, on this scale in the Sun Sentinel, and it's not the best of light,
Yeah.
and you're working hard. My wife's left her job at the post office at that time.
Right.
I've left corporate America, and it's like, this is our livelihood. So
you're
you know
a
what?
veteran, and you're
Yes.
a fixture
Yes.
locally, grew up
Yes.
homegrown, Pompano, Ely
Yes.
High.
Yes.
And again, an ordained minister.
Yes,
And,
yes,
and
yes.
he turned the other cheek, thank God.
But I had to make it work.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? This is a reality check that even if someone is not there, there should not be a deviation in
Right.
quality.
If you're open for business and
If
you're charging
open for
people
business,
real money.
exactly, you
Yep.
have got to be on your game. And then I recognize at that point that you're in the big leagues now.
Mm.
Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not,
yeah.
Where you could,
The
play around.
backyard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Family, depending on family. And that's
Yeah.
fine, but I have to have a system. So I streamline,
Mhm.
and it
Mhm.
caused me to take my game to the next level. Really?
That's good. Well, I'm
Yes.
glad that you used it as fuel for the
Yeah.
smoky fire and make
Yeah.
things better. And that's what, professional reviewers, that's what we want, every business to succeed, and we want every experience to be great. And when
Yeah.
it doesn't happen, we try to offer constructive criticism. Sometimes I would write some mean lines, but that was for
Yeah.
the readers. But
But you have to.
you
That's your
take
job.
it the right way. Some people
Yes.
take it, and just get defensive and belligerent. And
Yeah.
now we are in a new realm where we have social media.
Yeah.
And again, where I wouldn't come to a restaurant on the first day or the first week
Yeah.
and start
Expect,
slamming a
right.
place, because you expect that there's going to be some
Yeah.
opening glitches,
Yes.
and you kind of
Yes.
give a little bit of forgiveness and grace
Right.
and compassion. And before I write anything at the Sun Sentinel, I would talk to the proprietor to see what was going on, and I
Yeah.
get the explanation. I include that,
Right.
unlike a lot of people on Let's Eat South Florida. And don't get me started on that. But somebody just posted a review right before we went on the air
Yeah.
about Lucky Fish down in Dania Beach. It
It's
opened
brand new.
on
I didn't
March
know it was
17th. This person went in 6 days after opening.
Oh my.
And it's talking about, it was slow and disorganized. And I'm
Oh.
like, you freaking,
Yeah.
I want to just bring these people
Jerk
over
off.
there.
Yeah.
And then this was a
yeah.
new one, Gerald. And
Yeah.
now that you don't, you're not drinking, you don't know
Yeah.
about this. But he made a complaint in this post about, and they must have used cheap wine in the sangria, because all me and my friends had really terrible headaches the next day. And it's like, oh my God, you're drinking sweet, sugary sangria, which is known to give hangovers,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you're blaming Lucky Fish on your hangover.
Wow.
You lush, you.
Wow.
No, it's like,
Wow.
I have no patience for that. I don't know how you guys deal with it in this day and age when you see a review that might be, and mine might not have been the fairest, but at least I spoke to you beforehand.
No,
But these days people will just come at you on
Yeah,
social media,
it's-
and
yeah.
it's seen by a lot of people.
Yeah. It's rough. I think for us, here's the problem that I have. People will go to a place for 20 years.
Yeah.
And it'll be great.
Yeah, never write
And they'll
one word.
never write one word, not one post.
Right.
And the one time that they go
Right.
and something is off, then they blast. Then they'll say,
They
"Oh,
put
I've
a
been
full
coming here
blast.
for 20
Right.
years," but you didn't give that publicity on the positive as you took time to do on the negative.
Yeah.
So it's a culture. That's
All
why.
you want is balance, and give people the full picture,
Yes.
the context. So
But I'll tell you, for me as a business owner, one of the most stressful things for me was Yelp. Was Yelp.
Everyone- yeah,
And I'm
everyone
gonna tell
can't
you,
stand Yelp.
I have not looked at a Yelp review.
I put
And-
no credibility to them.
Yeah, I haven't looked at one in the last 5 years.
Good for you.
Did they
Yeah, I don't
sweat
look
you
at 'em.
for advertising dollars?
Yes, they call me for advertising dollars all the time,
Yeah.
but I tell them I will not advertise to you because I don't think that your
They play
platform
games.
is
It's not
credible.
credible. It's not
It's not
games.
credible.
They bury good reviews if you don't pay them.
Yes.
They hype up bad reviews
Right.
if you don't pay them.
Yeah.
And I call that, where I come from in Brooklyn, extortion.
Yeah,
It's like,
But something, and then you have people that are Yelpers, that they're Yelpers.
cold,
Yeah,
and
yeah. And they
platinum.
they will come in and they would demand things of my staff and like, oh, I'm gonna write a Yelp review if you don't do this.
I'm an
And
elite
I'm
Yelper.
an elite Yelper,
South Park
and
did that, something
so on
like
and
that.
so forth. And finally, I just say, forget it. Yelp is just not credible to me.
Right.
So I don't look at them. I don't. Now Google. You look at our Google pages. All of our locations are 4.5 and above.
Nice.
Some of them, I believe, our Deerfield location has almost 2.5
1,000
thousand
reviews.
reviews.
Yeah.
And it's at a 4.6.
Nice.
And our Cypress Creek location is over 1,500.
No,
and it's a
and I could just
4.5.
tell by the outpouring of
Yeah.
loyalty and love after I wrote my mediocre review.
Yes.
how much
They help business though.
No, and the thing is, but then I
Make you wanna
realized,
try it.
Yeah.
maybe I wasn't the fairest, and maybe these people, when you see that many people come at
Yeah,
you and
there's something to
say
it.
you're wrong,
Yeah.
and you caught them on a bad week and
Yeah.
extenuating circumstances, then I want to reconsider. And
Yes. And you
let-
did.
And what I told you is that when you open a new place,
Yes.
I'm going to come in. I'm not going to tell you when or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. And that Coral Springs
Yeah.
location, I went in, I saw one of these beautiful dry rub ribs, and I took a bite of it.
Yes.
It was like perfect in that
Ridiculous.
it's tender,
Mhm.
but there's still a little
A little
give
pull.
to
See,
it.
he's
Yes,
the one
yes.
when we did the show there because I've always
Proper
I always
smoke.
ate grilled
Yeah.
ribs, and
Okay.
my problem with a lot of the which is
Oh,
why I never
great.
like
Thank
smoked
you.
because the fall they always talk about fall off the bone, and it was
Yeah.
too much for me. Like whenever
Yes.
it's fall off the bone, I've never really enjoyed it.
It's
And I
overdone.
remember you saying it's
Mhm.
not supposed to fall off the bone.
Not supposed to
If
fall
it's
off.
falling off the bone, then that means it's overcooked.
It's overcooked, and people don't know that.
and that's
like,
why you slather it with barbecue
Right.
sauce to cover up
to
the
cover it
overcookedness.
up, right?
And
because
your
it's
dry rib
dried
is
out.
perfect. I don't
Yes.
need all the sweet stuff and all the
Nah,
sauces.
nah, nah.
Like
I
it
could
comes
just
off
eat
easy,
it
but
naked.
Yes.
it's not like falling apart.
Right, it's not. It's supposed to have a little give, just a little
Yeah.
give. You know, there's a certain temperature that we smoke them to, and it hits that perfect touch where it's tender. It's still got a little pull. It's not overdone.
These are great.
You know, so
No, and when
yeah.
I went into Coral Springs and I had a platter like this, and I
Yeah.
had a little bit of everything, and I
Yeah.
was blown away.
Mhm.
Proper smoke,
Yeah.
proper rub,
Mhm.
proper flavor,
Mhm.
proper texture.
Yes,
Gave you 3.5 out of 4 stars on my scale, and
Yes,
like
sir.
nobody gets 4 stars.
yes, of course.
Well, a couple people, but
yeah,
but you know,
Michelin stars. You know,
yeah. On the Mayo scale, 3.5 is like
It's really
It's-
good.
it's like
it's there.
it's Dean's List.
yes,
material.
sir. I'm honored.
And the headline was
Yeah.
Fat Boyz BBQ is one of
Yeah.
the best barbecues in South Florida.
Yes, sir.
And
we appreciate
and
that.
I meant it then.
yes,
And
sir.
as I'm eating this rib and the pastrami and the brisket today, I'm gonna say it again now.
yes, sir.
And again, 4 locations: Deerfield Beach on Hillsborough.
Yeah.
You've got the Cypress Creek Road,
Yes,
so
sir.
call that Fort Lauderdale North.
yes,
You've got back in business in Coral Springs on
West Side
Sample.
this time. Real Coral Springs.
And then now down here near the courthouse again.
My heart.
Great
And I think this is why, we spoke before
Yeah.
you opened. I knew that this place came open. I know a
Yeah.
couple of people were interested in the
Yes,
property.
yes,
We had a conversation. I said, I think there's opportunity here because
Yeah.
you already have that reputation.
yes,
You're right near the courthouse,
Yes.
the school board.
Mhm.
You have people who already know you.
yes.
And you're also going to be open 7 days a week. Is that
Yes,
right?
7 days a week, like all of our
Starting
locations.
now? Already?
Starting now, we're open
Okay.
7 days a week. You'll see us not 365, but 7 days a week. Save certain holidays,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And that gives you opportunity because
Yeah.
there is another well-known, highly regarded
Mhm.
barbecue spot just down the
Yeah.
road
yeah,
that has been in business a long time, that
Mhm.
has a lot of loyal fans, but they're
Yes.
closed on Sundays and Mondays.
That's
yes,
crazy.
On
Yes,
Sundays
It's not
they
crazy,
go to
but
church,
for
which is
barbecue
fine.
wise, like
yeah.
Well,
It's
Sunday,
different, though.
Monday,
Yeah.
5 days. It's one. Look, God bless them. You could set
Hey, good for
whatever
them. Yeah,
hours
good
if
for
you
them.
make your profit margin. You do what
Yeah,
you
good
need
for
to
them.
do.
Yeah,
But the
good for
people
them.
that like barbecue, like
Sunday's a
how
big
many
barbecue
football
day.
Sundays when
And
I want
Monday,
Big
if I'm going to
barbecue.
suffer watching the Dolphins on a football Sunday, I want some of these ribs to go alongside with it. So I think you've captured something. And Monday, when
Yeah.
people are back in their offices or in the courthouse,
yep.
Yeah.
they want to grab lunch. This place is going to be open, so you're going to
Yes.
capture some of that.
Yes,
market.
and I think like we're like comparing some of our competitors to us. We're probably the only barbecue concept that's similar in this genre that offer a lunch special.
Mhm.
Every day we offer like I see people talk about prices a lot of times. They may
Mhm.
criticize
It's a big
because
deal, yep.
but we
Barbecue's
offer
expensive.
yeah,
Meat's
it's expensive, but we
Barbecue's become a
offer
big
a
deal, yeah.
brisket lunch special every day, Monday through Thursday. We offer pulled pork. We offer 8 different lunch specials for $10.99
That's
that
right.
come with a side and a drink.
Really?
That's
With a drink.
Monday with a drink and,
And
a
you've
side.
got your sweet tea, you've got
Yeah.
your house-made sodas,
got-
you got birch beer.
We got birch beer. We've got
I'm
lemonades.
down
We've
on
got
the machine, it's
different,
cool.
gourmet. I don't know what you call them, but they're these special lemonades
Yeah.
that are refillable.
Well, no,
So
the collards are
we
ridiculous.
also try and be economical.
What time
with
is
folks.
your lunch
you're
special?
It's from open at 11
Okay.
till 3 p.m.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
and
That really
we're
captures
instituting a
lunch.
dinner special that should be rolling out in the next week.
Okay.
That'll be like
That's amazing.
$10.99, $9.99 to $10.99.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to take our first break. It's been
Yep.
such I
Okay.
love chatting with Gerald. I
Yes.
mean, we go back a long way.
Yes,
and I'm glad that you're back now on the video stream
Yes,
version of
yes.
the lunchbox.
So Leacher
everybody-
Coach and our friend George, a lot of people are like, it looks ridiculous. What's even better is it tastes ridiculous.
It tastes really good. And again, his collard greens.
Are
How are you doing them now?
Hey,
It's, so-
listen. I got a little more vinegar because that's how I like them.
I like
Yeah.
it with that little
yes,
piquant
that little
nice.
tang. We
Piquant
call it a little
tang,
twang, that little
tang.
swang. So
turkey or no? What are you
no
doing?
meat at all.
No
No
meat at all.
meat.
No meat at
Collard
all.
greens.
Vegetarian.
And they're this
Yes.
good?
Vegan?
Yes,
Vegan?
yes, whatever you want to call it, vegan,
Okay.
vegetarian, whatever
Okay.
it is. It's no
Because
meat.
you used to put the turkey meat in it.
I used to have
loved it with
turkey
the
meat.
turkey.
Yes.
And,
I can always do
you know,
that
a lot
for
of
you.
times do it with the bacon and the
Right.
ham hocks. And
Well,
that.
you know what?
But
I
this
actually
has
want to put
flavor.
brisket in it. I actually want to put brisket in it, but I haven't gotten to that place yet because I don't think folks here could take that. But brisket, rendered brisket, fat, and some
Oh.
brisket meat will go. I've had it myself.
Oh my
It'll
God.
be amazing
You
inside
can
of
make two
collard greens.
versions. Is
Yeah,
that
I
against
could.
the law
I
to
know
do a
it's not.
vegan version and a meat
No,
eaters
it's not.
version?
But
Okay.
remember now, I don't tout this, but in 2019,
Yeah.
our collard greens were per you
Yeah.
one of the top 19 things to eat in South Florida.
Oh, I put it in my end of year list. It was so good. I
Yes,
love
These
that.
are
Yes,
one of the best.
These are good.
The fact that they don't have any meat in it at all.
Yeah, no
that's
meat.
Usually,
No meat.
Again,
It's
like ham hock, the
very
whole thing is a
impressive.
big part of
Yeah.
it.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
And
Fantastic.
Yeah, compliments to my wife Yolanda.
Good
She's
job, Yolanda.
amazing,
Wow.
and that's her recipe.
that's good.
Yes.
All right, let's take our first break. Before
All
we
right.
do, got to put in a kind word about our presenting sponsor today, the great folks at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. With, I guess, the holidays coming up for the spring holidays, Passover, April 12th, Easter Sunday, April 20th, you're going to be preparing a nice holiday feast for the family. You could go out to Delaware. They're open 7 days a week. They are, again, have the home of freshness when it comes to the seafood, fish. They're going to have lamb for the Easter holidays. They're going to have all kinds of meat and brisket and chopped liver for the Passover holidays. They're at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. And you can sign up for their weekly newsletter and gets you all the specials and keeps you updated with all the happenings by going online to DelawareChicken.com. Just sign up for the newsletter. And when you go in there, they're open 7 days. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, let's take our first break, and we'll be back with more of this delicious barbecue on opening day.
Yes.
What'd be better than this? Come on in, get a rack of ribs, and then watch the Mets or Yankees or
Anyone but the
no, don't
Marlins.
watch the Marlins. That'll upset your stomach. All right, we'll be back with more on the Lunchbox after this.
All right.
Hey, Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30, except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them for the finest poultry and the freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations and information, go to Taverna. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox at the newest location of Fat Boyz BBQ, 706 South Federal Highway, just south of the tunnel. And it's right across the street from Fat Boy Sushi. So talk about
It's going to be interesting.
a daily double. Go for some Fat Boy to Fat Boys, sushi to barbecue. I don't know how that combines.
No,
But
no. There's several worlds.
All I know is that as a local resident
No, you're good. You can just walk.
who
everywhere.
literally can like stumble out of bed and make my way here, I'm very happy to have this option nearby because I'm trying to eat better in terms of just hitting on lean proteins.
Yep.
And these ribs and some of these other meats. And he's going to be bringing out Jarrell's in the kitchen now. He's going to try to get some of the jerk chicken.
Yep.
I don't know if he's doing smoked turkey here yet. We're going to have to ask him. But I can't believe it. I mean, I could just live on these dry rub ribs without any sauces and some of the collard greens, without even touching the cornbread that now Lubie
I
is
have to go
digging
for it.
into.
I have
And
to,
you
but
got to give
don't-
me a review of that. You got to give me a review of the mac and cheese. I will take one bite of the mac and cheese because I did work out this morning. So
Oh my God, that cornbread's
guilt-free,
ridiculous.
one little bite of mac and cheese, which looks especially cheesy and
Like,
creamy. How's the cornbread?
I
Look at that. There's even a cheese pull.
No, the cheese is mac and cheese is great. Collard greens are fantastic. Every dish, and I'm a big barbecue sauce guy because I grew up in a Jewish household where we grilled things and you slathered in barbecue sauce, so that's all I ever knew. Being around you, the professor, and Gerald now, like I've learned, there's nothing wrong with barbecue sauce, but the meat should stand on its own, and then you can add barbecue sauce if you choose. And that's literally it's like when you get a great steak. I grew up again in a house where they would add ketchup. Like the steak should stand on its own. The barbecue, even I'm not using the sauce. Like the sauce is fantastic. They do a really good job, and he does have the mustard, and he has sweet, and he has the
That one's
Alabama
sweet.
sauce.
That one's got.
But this is sweet too.
They're both a little sweet.
Yeah.
I think he's got the spicy stuff somewhere.
And he does have an Alabama sauce that Alabama white sauce. But the flavors are just fantastic. It
All right,
just
this
really
one's got a
is.
little more hickory in it. This is
Okay.
like a classic Kansas City sauce.
It's just
There you
fantastic.
go.
The
And he's
flavors are
bringing out
amazing.
the jerk chicken. We're gonna get Jarrell back on the headset.
I'm frustrating
Gonna
myself
start-
again because we don't eat barbecue a lot, but once in a while.
Pulled pork? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
We have barbecue once in a while, and there's a few places in the area, and they're okay, but I'm always disappointed, and so it's like I always go away from barbecue. We live in Coral Springs. I forget that you guys are in freaking Coral Springs.
Well, that
so
one
I'm
recently
so stoked,
opened again. Or
August of
last year.
No, it's been a little
Yeah.
bit.
And is it
like,
more of like a takeaway only
It's
spot?
the same seating.
Same setup?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, you might get same setup here.
Because I drove by it the other week when we were doing a show with our friend Eddie Pizzoli. He just
Yeah.
opened the Eddie and Vinny's Italian restaurant
Okay.
right on that block. That is really an impressive restaurant row now. I
there's
mean,
a
you
lot
got-
going on in Coral Springs.
You got you back there. You got Sicilian Oven. You got Eddie and Vinny's Italian that just opened up. You
Cooking
got
the Cork's on
Arun's Indian
sample.
Kitchen. You got
Arun's
Cooking
there.
the Cork. You
There's
got
an Indian
Runyons.
kitchen
there.
that's like right down from me.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with Indian food.
Arun's is great.
You go to
Is that-
Ruins, it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah.
I don't know, but it was
tiny.
so,
He's so good.
it's tiny.
Especially if you're into vegan and
Ridiculous. It's
vegetarian. He
ridiculous.
does the lentils.
Oh,
The
it's
dal
good.
makhni. It's really good.
Yes, really
Arun's a
good.
friend
And
of
Bravo's
mine. I
there.
also
Yeah.
wrote him a rave review back in
Okay.
the day. For a small kind of takeout, mostly hole in the wall place. His
Yeah.
food is spectacular. For
Yeah.
those who want to explore Indian cuisine, and it's not all just curries
And it's
and
not
spicy.
super spicy.
It's a good blend of all kinds of things.
Well,
So,
I was saying, like when you said redemption, like this is really our redemption tour as well.
Yeah.
Like with the Coral Springs location,
Interesting.
that's turkey. It's pastrami or
okay.
okay.
Oh,
I
do you
think
have
pastrami, that's
smoked?
pastrami.
Do you have
Yeah.
smoked turkey now, or
No.
not yet?
It's
Okay.
some coming off the smoker.
Oh,
but
okay,
Yeah. We we wanted, we didn't leave Coral Springs because, our concept wouldn't work there. So it's like a redemption tour.
Okay.
I wanted to be in
The
Coral
first
Springs.
one, was it a lease situation or
It
just
was
the
it was COVID,
COVID,
but
yeah.
the landlord was not
Amenable to
yeah
the,
you know,
the realities
the
of
realities
a
of the
pandemic.
times.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So we decided to take the L there, and then now this is the same landlord from our first location in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, really?
Remember we
Okay.
was at the Bend?
Yeah, at Sunrise. That
Yes.
used to be Elliot. Be
Yes.
Nice. There, they had a place called Red Cow.
Yes.
And then you came in
Right.
there, but it's
Yes.
a very difficult
Yeah,
location.
it's a difficult location, and more so, I believe we could have made it there, but it was my management at that time.
right.
I wasn't ready at that time to manage it
I
correctly.
just think
it was
the
bigger.
Big Bend, you can only get to it from one side, and that one side that you're coming from, you don't even see it because it's like
Yeah,
a blind
But
curve.
you know what? Even with all of that,
Yeah.
there are times I'll come in there'll be 50 people in line.
Okay. Because
Literally,
it was near the
the line
Gateway
is
Theater, and
The line is out the door, but the quality. What I had a problem with was see during that time, people were getting paid sometimes to stay home.
yeah, right.
It was like they were just getting unemployed. Nobody wanted to work.
Right.
A lot of people didn't. Honestly, nobody. But the employment, like crop, was very bad.
No,
that
it was
time.
a
Yeah.
very tough time for
So I
restaurants.
couldn't keep up the quality there.
Right.
And the city didn't want me to have smokers
Oh.
at there, so it's like nah.
All
you
right. But now here you've got like smokers, but it's inside smoke. I could
Yeah.
smell it
Yeah,
wafting
yeah,
through
yeah.
here, and it's
Yeah.
you could just taste it on all the food.
Yes.
It's great.
Yes.
Yes. And so the redemption tour continues.
Yes.
And selfishly, I've got to say, I'm
Mhm.
much happier that you're right here as opposed to the Big Bend. It saves me a trip through the tunnel and all that traffic on Sunrise, where Sunrise and US One merge.
Yeah.
This is it's. I'm a little bit frightened. I might have to put you on. You know how like the casinos have the self-exclusion program. I'm not going to be excluded from buying your products.
Yeah.
But I might have you put me on like a calorie limit of like you can't
Calorie
don't
limit.
let Mayo buy more than 3,000 calories a week.
Okay, we'll have to do that.
I have
We'll
to kind of
We'll figure something out.
maintain my daily caloric limits as
Yeah.
I continue my health journey. But
Yeah.
I think it
Put
is
them on a
possible.
meal plan. Just a meal plan. That's all.
Good luck.
We'll do the
Oh,
math.
It's so much. So you've got jerk chicken.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had that at one of your locations. Is
I
that
don't
a
think you
new
have either.
product?
We've been serving it for like the last year.
Okay.
Yeah, like the last year.
And do you do like thighs, breasts, the whole
Thigh-
thing? You
all
just chop
dark
it up.
meat, only dark meat. We
Oh.
only do dark meat.
Okay.
And believe it or not, we don't have it today because we're not really officially open until
Right.
tomorrow. But we have.
What am I eating then? What?
Fried chicken.
Oh, fried chicken. Oh, you can do
Yes.
fried chicken.
Yes,
You're gonna
we
do
some-
fried
Like
chicken?
sweet tea brined and all that. or-
We got our own little thing there, but
Oh,
we
geez, you're gonna do fried chicken too?
Yes, fried chicken. Only at this location though.
Oh, really?
I am going to
Oh,
be
you're
put
being
on
mean.
the self-exclude list from fried chicken because that is definitely.
I was
a
gonna say you're
no-no.
being mean. I love fried chicken. My wife isn't the biggest fan, so
Yeah.
I could see going, getting her whatever she wants, and getting myself some
Val,
fried chicken.
Val
Yes.
is a huge fried chicken
love
Yes,
fan.
fried
and
we do fried chicken.
this is going to be fried chicken roll because up the block,
Mhm.
another one of our great sponsors, Batch New Southern
Batch,
Kitchen.
yes, I go to
They do a
Batch.
chicken and waffles. that
Yes.
they've tweaked it. They
Their
were
fried
having
chicken's
some
good.
issues with the chicken was a little awful salted, a little overdone, but they
Mhm.
have now figured it out. And I was there
Okay.
this past Sunday, and the couple next to us had both the fried. They had the fried chicken and waffles, and we were drooling. We had envy. We were gonna like pick, just like we got shrimp and grits instead. But
Yeah.
their fried chicken looked great. Up the road
Looks
at
great, yeah.
Shuck and Dive, they do a Sunday only fried chicken dinner.
Yes, owner there. We talked. I forget what his name is.
Oh, I do too, but he's a New Orleans
But
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, Louisiana
Yeah,
guy.
Louisiana guy. Me and my wife. That's one of my favorite restaurants.
Yeah.
I went there and had some lunch there, and one of the employees recognized who we were, and he came over. He took care of our bill, but he does some good food there.
Well,
I love his stuff.
And that's the beautiful thing is that I say this all the time is it's not a zero-sum game. I mean,
Mhm.
just because your place is great doesn't mean the place down the block can't
No.
be great too.
No.
We want people to go out, try everything.
Right.
And-
Make the block great again.
And I don't know
Yes.
if anybody's been to. I don't want to slam one particular supermarket chain in particular, but Publix. If you've been to Publix lately, I mean, it's actually more economical to come into some of these specials and have a lunch special than to go out and get stuff from some of these supermarkets.
Yes.
And so I say, go out and, on a Sunday, on a football Sunday, I'm going to come here and have ribs and then go check out another place for dinner. I love going around and spreading the wealth.
Right.
And, again, there's plenty of people out there. So you all, it's a competitive market.
Yes.
But how do you deal with that now in terms of just capturing people's attention and getting them in the door?
Well, I think like even for us, like coming in this area and knowing that we have the staple competitor down the road,
right?
But for us, we understand our niche.
Yep.
We understand where our niche in the market is. We do a lot of corporate catering.
Okay.
Nice.
You still have a food truck,
We
right?
have two food trucks, and a lot of times they're out on caterings at the same time.
Right. You go out
So,
to like corporate offices and set up in the parking lot, and then everybody
we come, we show up, people eat, and those are the baby backs.
They're usually
I'm
happy.
like, these are baby backs.
Yeah, baby backs. Yeah, those are meaty
my
baby
God.
bags. Those are
I'm
not
like,
your
these are-
Flanagan.
These are like the Danish,
Yes.
the Danish baby backs. Look at
Yeah,
that.
but they're not
So-
really fatty. A lot of the time lately, the baby backs.
Oh,
are
God.
super
Yeah.
fatty.
We trim them. We hand trim our baby backs. That's it takes a lot of time, but our guys in the smokehouse. Shout out to the Fat Boys, Smokehouse Holly, and those guys. They make it happen
That's good.
in my absence.
Ridiculous.
So two kinds of ribs: the spare ribs.
Yeah, and then
baby
you got the baby backs. But we understand our niche, and we cater. Like today, we had a catering for 100 people. Catering for 50 people, catering for 30 people, and that's going on simultaneously while we're running our restaurant. So here, we cater a lot down in this area.
Right.
So
this will help you out having the base here.
But even a lot of people order online now.
Yeah.
They order Uber Eats. We offer our own delivery service to save
You do?
20%. Yes.
Really?
Customers order from delivery.
this
That's so
location,
smart.
From
all locations.
My wife
all
always goes
locations.
online. I'm like, go to the
How do you
restaurant
have?
first.
How do you have your own internal delivery people?
We use Toast,
Okay.
and Toast offers its own delivery service.
Okay.
So DoorDash
they-
driver come and picks it up, but it's through us.
Okay.
It's
so
not-
you don't have to give the
No.
big
No.
rake,
Interesting.
as they say.
No.
The rapacious
So our
rate.
customers order directly from us, and we
That's a good thing.
incentivize them. Like
Right.
we pay half of the delivery fee,
Right.
rather than them paying all those exorbitant costs from DoorDash, Uber
Right.
Eats,
And
and they save 20%. Because
Right.
if you order for Uber Eats, it's 20% more.
Right. No,
You know, 'cause
they
we
add
have
on
to-
so many surcharges and fees, and that's
Yes.
why I always
Well, they
tell
also
people
jack up the
go
price. They will
Yes.
jack up the
go
price.
to the restaurant
Yes.
first.
Yes.
And if people want to order online, how do they do that?
FatBoysBBQ.com.
And any location, you just kind of click
Once you
on
go
what
there,
your location.
yeah, you go order online. It'll have you choose your location, and then you go cater and pick up a delivery.
All right, here's another thing. Put me on the exclude list.
Okay.
Don't ever deliver to me, because if I can't make the 50-yard walk from the house, I don't deserve your barbecue. Now, Lubie and Shirley, they're in Coral Springs,
Okay.
and they're a little bit further away
No,
from
my
your
wife
location.
loves going to the apps. but
Yeah.
you always get jacked up. So I'm like,
Yeah.
go to them first.
And we have an app too, but you can order directly off our website,
Yeah.
fatboysbbq.com.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
All
But
4
delivery,
locations.
we're paying half of it.
This is impressive, Gerald. How many people do you employ, given all the different locations and the food trucks and all that?
Right now, we're at we'll be with this location. We'll be at 35 employees.
Wow.
Okay, so
Yeah.
35. That's
nice.
you're a really
Yeah.
success story entrepreneur.
God be the
Small
glory
business
for us. Yeah.
Small business is the backbone of America.
Yes, it
and
is.
I've learned this in my last 5 years outside of corporate America, becoming an entrepreneur on my own.
Yes.
It is not easy.
Yes. Hats off
although
to
in
you.
my case, it is kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's your passion. I mean, you're financing your prosperity with your passion.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm doing the same thing here because barbecue is my passion.
Yeah.
Like I started doing this out my backyard
At
you
church,
know.
picnics.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things
but
like
just in my backyard.
When did you get started? How
I
long
got
ago?
started like 2014.
Okay.
2014
Wow.
is
So-
when I really got,
And you were
obsessed.
a veteran. You were in the army.
Yes, I did. I did
And-
5 years in the army, and I came home. I went overseas as a civilian contractor for a couple years. I lived in Kuwait.
Right.
I worked
Okay.
for a defense contractor, and I came home and started my my corporate
You
career in
pursued your
aviation.
Okay, you did
Yeah.
aviation.
Yes, I was in aviation first, and
Uh-huh.
I spent about 10 years in aviation along with ministry. I'm a full-time pastor as well.
Right.
And
Church up in Pompano?
yes,
Is it?
our church is in Fort Lauderdale,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
And my home church is in Pompano.
Okay.
But yes, and my wife, what really caused me to really, go commercial with this is my wife was working for the post office.
Right.
And she got bit by a dog.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Just out on a route.
Like a river.
Just out on the route. And we went, there was no legal recourse. It was like the lawyer was like,
Really?
you can't really sue. There's nothing really there.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, my wife is like this pretty girl and she's out there sweating.
Yeah,
and
no, I mean,
I'm
it's
like,
a
no,
hard,
I got to do something.
Right.
And that's when I'm like, hey, the guy that I sold my first plate to, he's the one that made me believe that I could sell barbecue. His name's Carrot Wiggins.
Okay.
He's a cancer survivor, good friend of mine, big brother. And I brought his ribs and I tried to give it to him for free. And he said, Jarrell, you can't give this away for free. This should be sold. And I'm like, yeah, I never really thought about that. And I started at the church and we did a big sale. And from there you have it.
You saw
That's
people
crazy.
like the product and then you
Yes.
had a proclivity for it. And like you said,
Yeah.
when you get to pursue your passion
Yes.
and still I'm able to like get
Make a
paid
living,
for
yeah,
it.
make a living, yeah.
You know what
That's
I
like-
did the other day? I got out on our big smoker in front of Cypress Creek, and I just been doing the ribs on my big smoker that I first started with.
Yeah.
And just me sitting there looking at the fire,
Yeah.
like I just fall in love all over again.
Nice.
It ignites that passion because I got 4 locations now, so it can become
You can't, how often do you get on the, like, you can't be grilling and smoking
yeah.
every day.
I've tried now.
Like now
to
you're
do
more of a
it.
manager.
Yeah,
not,
I am. I'm definitely a manager because I do business development.
Yeah.
We have our catering business robust, like 4 locations, 4 different areas.
Yeah.
We're covering it. We're catering, and with online order. It's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
big
it is.
ecosystem
It's-
now. But I get back in and I find those moments to reconnect with my
Right.
passion.
It's just a man.
That's why I want everything looking right.
A man and his meat.
Yeah, it's
and a
great.
smoker.
And after our
so to
heart.
speak.
Yes.
All right, let's take our second break,
Yeah.
and we're going to continue this passionate discussion of
Yes.
some really good barbecue here at the new location, Fat Boyz BBQ. It is open for business tomorrow. The official opening. I guess you're going to have a ribbon cutting grand opening.
Not
a couple
really.
of months. No, you just
Not
that's
really.
it.
We're
Throw open the
open.
doors. Throw open the online ordering. Come and get it.
Yes. Come
While
and get
it's
it.
good. So
Yep.
we'll be back with more on the Lunchbox on opening day after these words. Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. If you want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting, have I got the place for you. Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasta platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the lunch. All right, we're back. I got a mouthful of baby back rib in my mouth. Gotta wash it down with some of this great
You're
Zinfandel.
asking him to help you when he brings out these ridiculous platters and then is offering you the jerk chicken. He's offering you anything he has back there. I don't know if Gerald's your guy to control you.
This could be a little dangerous, but I'm going to have some self-restraint. Also going to up the dosage soon. So.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, this is great. I mean,
No, I love that they're busy and
I
the
love
day they're not
again
open.
to literally see a place. It's not friends and family where he invited people. He just
just
drew open
opened
the
it up.
door, turn on the open sign, and people are just streaming in because it's in a great location.
Man, it's a really good location.
This used to be a pizza place that did okay. I think it was called New River Pizza, and then it became this one of these salad and acai bowl places, which in this area, I don't see any Planet Fitnesses.
Yeah, it's interesting.
if you're
South
opening,
Florida's healthier, but this area, for some reason, it's because you're working, you need something that fills you up and get back
probably
to work.
because I live near here, it's not as healthy. No, you open those acai bowl places near like a park or a gym, a LA Fitness, where people in their spandex are
wife's
prancing
a
out
fan
of the
of them.
gym and they come in and they get their protein shakes and their acai bowls and like my daughter's age. But
My wife also is a big fan.
I told Jarrell that I think he's going to kill it here because again, people run in and out of Primo Liquors, and again, thanks to Kaushal.
Yeah, this is a
great brother
really nice
Sam.
wine.
I mean,
It's a really nice wine.
he knows that the red Zinfandel, nice and fruity and
It's a
jammy,
nice wine.
pairs great with the
Yeah, it is good with the heavier
spices
barbecue.
of the barbecue. And thank you to him. But people come in and out of Primo Liquor all day, and now they're going to see. Oh, they're going to not just see; they're going to smell that smoke.
That's what's happening.
And-
He was talking to someone. How'd you find it? They're like, we just drove by and smelled it. I'm like, that's good advertising.
Follow your nose. The nose knows. And it's, for me, I'm very excited for him because I really do think there's tremendous opportunity here, especially when a place that is legendary and iconic.
Yep.
But if they're going to be closed 2 days a week,
Yeah.
do the quick math. 2 out of 7 is like 28%. No, wait.
Well,
what?
look, and I get it. A lot of places are closed Mondays. Reason why summer places are open because in the biz, Monday's a big closed day. But barbecue Sunday's a big day for barbecue. Like it just is like it's a family kind of a meal.
Yeah, it's
And-
easy. And if you're going to be, again, all
It feels
throughout
weird
the
to close
year,
on a
Sunday is a sports day, whether it's football Sundays
yep,
or
yep.
NCAA tournament Sundays or
Even
golf
basketball.
tournaments, watching
Yep,
the
yep.
Masters.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to be actually cooking and grilling all day. Some people do.
Yep.
But it's easier to just come in here and get a whole rack of ribs
Yep.
and some of these collard greens and just sit and watch the games on TV. I think it's
It's great.
I
idea.
think it's going to be, to use a word on opening day, a home run.
It will be a home run.
Grand slam, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be good. Hey, so Jarrell got caught up again. Another wave coming in. It's not even lunch.
I just think it's funny.
It's like 2:30 in between the
Yeah,
meals,
yeah.
and people are streaming in. So I did want to catch up with one funny story from
Okay.
last night, and I know we got to take our third and final break, but was in Cafe Seville last night. Love to see
Cafe
Joey. Joey's got a second puppy now, a Chow Chow,
Oh God.
and he's got 2 dogs at home.
Good for him.
So, but the place was packed. The place is doing great. But sitting at the bar was a guy that looked vaguely familiar, and his wife. And me and Val went in there. We had a nice little bit late dinner after our 2 shows yesterday. But we split a fish, a nice little
Yeah.
snapper.
Well, she had to eat.
Yeah, she was hungry. And this guy looked familiar. His name is Chuck Ternovsky. And he says, "Are you Mike Mayo?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm Chuck Ternovsky. I used to own Calypso, and Calypso, great seafood restaurant.
I love
And it shows you how good the fish and
I
seafood
love
is at
Calypso.
Seville, because he goes, I've been coming here for years. I love
Yeah.
Joey. But I didn't realize him and his wife, I think it's Lauren, were regulars at Seville. They were eating there last night, but
Nice.
they sold Calypso 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And the new owners of Calypso now also have taken over and are running
The
Fish
Fish
Shack,
Shack, yeah.
which is Defoe's place
Yeah,
up
big
in Lauderdale Lighthouse Point.
Yeah, now it's Lighthouse. Yep.
Lighthouse Point. And but Chuck was saying, he goes, "Oh, by the way, I was in your group and I was really an active participant." I said, "Yeah, I remember your name." He goes, "Yeah, but then you threw me out. You banned me." I was like, "It
I
wasn't."
was assuming it's you.
I said, "It wasn't me." I said, "What happened?" He goes, "Well, it was like 4 years ago, and I'm not losing any sleep over it, but somebody put up a post asking for where to get Clams Casino, and I just put Calypso." At the time, he still owned
Because
it.
they had it.
And in my mind, that's not a rules violation. It's a rules violation
You
if
put, like, a
somebody who
promotion or
owns
an ad
Calypso
in.
says, "Hey, come on down to Calypso. We've got great happy hour specials tonight, and including Clams Casino."
Yeah.
If you put up a post
Especially
like that,
if you're on a personal account. Again, we love Kevin Danilo, and he's
Yeah.
smart. Like, he never just, but if someone brings up his restaurant or
Yeah.
brings up something that they may have as a restaurateur, you're there to offer up information. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know what happened, because in my mind, that's not a rules violation. It shouldn't even be a warning.
It's not an ad.
But for some reason, it might have been one of the other admins back at a time when we were getting infiltrated with a lot of different spammers and self-promoters.
Figured it out yet.
For whatever reason, Chuck got banned from the group. But at the bar last night at Cafe Seville, I found him.
Nice.
I unbanned him.
Nice.
And sure enough, today he posted on the group about his fantastic fish dinner at Cafe Seville last
Nice.
night, how he ran into me, how he had been out of the group for 4 years, but now he can't be banned because he is retired from the business.
Exactly. He's
So
not
if he
advertising anything.
wants to say that you could get a good piece of fish at Cafe Seville, that's no violation
Good
at
for
all.
him.
So it's a funny story. Welcome back, Chuck Ternovsky,
Yeah, that's great. Welcome.
to the Let's Eat South Florida group. All right, let's take our third and final break, and then we'll wrap up this edition from Fat Boyz BBQ downtown Fort Lauderdale after this. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the lunch. Looking for great seafood that's a little further inland? Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C. 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. Serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Feel like getting away without leaving town? Then you got to check out the House on the River in Fort Lauderdale. It's a beautiful restored historic home with indoor and outdoor dining right on the new river. You'll think you're in Charleston or Savannah. It has a gorgeous patio, porches, and private dining areas, and it offers unique experiences perfect for a date night or fun times with friends and family. It has weekend brunches, happy hour, dinner Wednesday through Sunday. There's also a high tea on Friday and Saturdays, and the popular House of Veuve Champagne experience on weekends. The House on the River is in Fort Lauderdale's Himmershey district, just south of the Science Museum. For reservations and information, go to the House on. All right, we're back with Jarrell Jones, proprietor extraordinaire of Fat Boyz BBQ, now with 4 locations. And I don't know what to say, my friend. I love it. I'm so happy that you're in my neighborhood. Welcome to the neighborhood.
I'm glad you're in my neighborhood too.
And he's pretty much in a neighborhood near you.
At a neighborhood near you, yeah.
What's the feedback so far? I mean, did you expect people to just start streaming in today? Or?
I did not, but they have been coming. So we're pleasantly surprised.
Smoke it, build it, they will come.
They will come.
That's what they said. So
they will come.
Hopefully we'll be seeing more of each other in the coming months.
Yes,
I hope to get around to the various locations.
Yes, sir.
But I know that you're going to be doing great work here because I've already tasted it. It's got the Mike Mayo's Lunchbox seal of approval.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jarrell. Say hello to Yolanda.
Yes, I will.
And keep her away from any dogs, any stray dogs.
yes. Except I have to open up 10 more locations, right?
But that's what a great origin story. And again, like they say, if you are doing something you love, you never work a day in your life. I am very fortunate that I have mostly had that for most of my life, and now you have discovered and found that, and it's a real pleasure. Come on out here, check it out for yourself.
It's open.
I'm losing my
like downtown-ish
tongue. 706 South Federal Highway. I did not try the candied yams
You
yet.
didn't try the yams?
Very cheesy
What about
mac
the jerk
and cheese.
chicken?
I did try the chicken. Very
You like
proper.
it?
I love that rub. Again, doesn't need any sauce with all that flavor and the spice
you
rub
need
on
sauce.
it.
Yeah.
Very good. Very tender. Beautiful. Great products here. And those collard greens, I still can't believe that they are vegetarian, vegan. They have so much flavor. And it's actually something that I could eat every day.
Yes, sir, it is.
And maybe just let me have 1 or 2 ribs. And that's it.
What ribs? Protein. So
Yeah, protein. Protein is good. As long as I
6 to 8
keep
ounces.
moving. Keep
6 to 8
working,
ounces.
keep moving. Stay away from the wine, but thank you.
Not today.
Primo Liquors right next door. Talk about a deli double. You just hit them for whatever you need. And are people allowed to consume like when you're open? Can
Don't
you
ask,
bring
don't tell.
Don't.
He's a military guy. So
If you know,
that
you know. That's it. I like it.
But we do wings too. So
Wings.
yeah,
Okay.
we do wings. We do a lot of different flavor wings. So people love the
Oh yeah, they got the beer. They got picnic tables outside. Whatever happens outside,
Yep.
stays
Yeah,
south side.
Exactly.
That's good. All right, my man. Thank you
Hey,
so
Mike,
much.
it's
It was a
pleasure.
pleasure.
Congratulations, my friend.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. It's going to be another Friday Fun Day at Gulfstream pre-Florida
Yeah,
Derby
we'll be
Day.
at the
It's
other
going to
end.
be a buzz at the track tomorrow. Going to have a fun time. Until then, enjoy every rib, enjoy every pastrami, brisket, mac and cheese, collard greens, candied yam, and enjoy every sandwich.
Yes.
Free breakfast a day. Our favorite diet.